A. Mr. Schweitzer. Jeff, everyone on mute.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
If you could put everyone on mute and ask the board members to unmute and go along.
I will ask Miles, as he's the host of this one.
I'm sorry, but there's no motion on this.
I'll work with you through that, Nancy. I'll work.
Thank you. Oops.
Okay. All right. Okay. Once again, I'm going to go back to the beginning. Welcome to the May 21st, 2020 meeting of the Berkeley County Planning Board. The meeting is now called to order. My name is Scott Phillips, and I'm the chairman of the board. And we'll start with a roll call. I'll ask each member to respond with an A, and then you can remute your phone. Mr. Schweitzer. Ms. Pinero. Katie Pinero.
I'm here.
Mr. Hartman.
Hey.
Mr. Holupka. Ms. Hafford.
Here.
Ms. Berzins. Ms. Wolfson.
Here.
Here.
Mr. Heckman. Mr. Heinl.
Here.
Mr. Herbst.
I'm here.
Mr. Perlow.
Here.
Mr. Warren.
Here.
Mr. Bayer. We have a quorum. All right. This evening, yeah.
That's Bob Schweitzer. Did you get me as a yay or nay? I'm not sure
I did not, so thank you, Mr. Schweitzer.
thank you.
And I'll go back, Mr. Holupka or Ms. Berzins. Okay,
Thank you.
very good. We're going to go back to our tradition. For those who have the ability to stand, if you would stand with me and recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the
To
flag
the flag of the United States of America, one nation, under God, stands one nation,
under God,
God,
indivisible, with liberty.
Liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right. Mr. Milberger, are there any changes, additions, or corrections to the agenda this evening?
No, Mr. Chairman, there are no changes to the agenda this evening.
Okay. In your May the 14th email, you received the draft minutes of the March 5th, 2020 meeting. Has everyone had an opportunity to review the draft minutes?
Yes.
Yes.
Are there any changes or corrections? If not, the chair will entertain a motion to accept the minutes of our last meeting.
I entertain the motion to accept the minutes.
Ms. Hafford, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Hartman. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The same right, motion carries, and the minutes are adopted. So this evening, we have one item for introduction and vote. On our agenda tonight is a vote on the board's final recommendations for the 2020 zoning map process. The board was scheduled to hold a public hearing in each council district during the month of March. Public hearings for District 1 and District 2 took place as scheduled. However, due to the COVID-19 pandemic and restrictions on public gatherings, the in-person planning board public hearings for Districts 3 through 7 were canceled. In order to allow for further public input, written comments were accepted and an online application was established on the planning department's website to accept public comments on all 2020 CZMP rezoning issues up until April the 10th, 2020. Following the acceptance and review of the public comments, the board held a live stream meeting on April the 21st, 2020, in which the comments and materials submitted for each district were summarized in lieu of the scheduled in-person work sessions. The board held 4 live streamed work sessions in April to discuss and deliberate our recommendations, in which the public was able to observe online. Our deliberations in the work session were healthy, and the task of making recommendations to the county council were not taken lightly. Before we proceed to a vote, I would like to take a point of personal privilege. It is highly unlikely that I will be sitting as chair 4 years from now, so I just want to take this moment. First, I want to thank Pete Gutwald, the Director of Planning, Jeff Mayhew, our Deputy Director, and the entire Planning Board staff. Adjusting a process like CZMP, which only occurs once every 4 years, is a gargantuan task. This was akin to changing propellers on a plane while in flight. You are to be commended. You've done a yeoman's job. Next to the members of the Planning Board, I want to thank you for making the best of a challenging situation, for your commitment, the level of courtesy and respect you showed each other and to me. Often the work of the Planning Board goes unnoticed by the citizens of our county. In some respects, being forced to proceed virtually created more openness and transparency than past CZMP processes, which I believe was one of the most positive things to come out of this situation. To the public who attended any of our sessions virtually, we thank you for your input. We also thank you for holding us accountable. It wasn't always pretty. In some respects, it was like seeing sausage made. At the end, as a collective, at the end, collectively as a community, that being the staff, the board, and citizens, we have performed our Baltimore County constitutionally required responsibility. So thank you all. We will now move to a vote on those issues. We will first vote on several issues previously considered in order to address technical corrections. We will then take a vote on the totality of the issue. This vote will constitute our final recommendations to the county council. All right, so we're going to turn now to Jennifer Meacham for revote on issues 2004 and 6019.
Hello, for 2-004, this is a tiny issue, a sliver issue, but it overlaps 2-015, which is this issue. The sliver is right here where you see the DR 5.5. For 2-015, Planning Board decided to rezone this property to MR. Because of that, the little sliver issue should also be rezoned to MR. We had not voted on this issue. We had said to keep it the same as staff, which was ML, but because there's an overlap, that would also have to go to MR. So that's one of the issues. And then 6-019, we had voted on acreages for this one, and after mapping it, we had acreages that were slightly different from what Planning Board had voted on. So for this one, we were just wanted to check to make sure that what we have mapped is what was intended for the property.
Back to the first one that you put up, what impact does that have on the other property that we're now down zoning?
So for this one, this property that's over here is currently, zoned ML. Well, it's zoned DR 3.5 right here and right here. So that would go from DR 3.5 to ML. So this whole entire property would be ML. It's a tiny sliver, but it would be ML. And then this part back here would remain MR. This is the part of the property that's back on this larger area that's in 2-015. That would remain MR. And that's what you had wanted to rezone it for 2-015.
Okay, I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Sorry, I'm
Scott, you're on mute.
who made the second? Who second? Who second?
Heckman?
Thank you, Mr. Heckman. All right, you've heard the motion on 2-004. Questions? Not hearing any. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Very good. 2004. On 6019, the staff is asking us if the mapping is correct. And I need to.
I ask, is the sort of sliver, is that sort of median strip that we had seen before?
Yeah, so you had said to keep, I think, RO on this property. That was kind of like a median strip. And then there was a buffer requested back in the back here, which we put on there, but we just weren't, the acreage was not matching up with what you had voted on. So we wanted to make sure this was the intent.
Can you tell us what the difference is?
See, not sure.
Scott, while Jennifer's looking, I don't know if you got, I was here, I've been here, but my audio and video wasn't working.
Okay.
So for 6-019, the motion was to rezone the issue to BM for 1.55 acres and DR 3.5 for 0.17 acres, and then 1.05 acres of RO. And then let's see. Those acreages are slightly off from what was in the vote.
Okay.
What
Can you
are
tell
the
us
changes? Yeah, just tell us what the change is.
what the acreages should be, and we will modify it accordingly.
The acreage should be DR 10.5.02, DR 3.5H.17, RO 1.05, and BM 1.61.
The BM's where the big change is, from 1.55 that you voted on to the 1.61 that the way it's now mapped correctly.
Very good. All the others remain the same?
They have to shrink, right?
Right, they shrunk a little.
I make that motion.
So Todd Warren made the motion to match the staff's acreage for 6019. You've heard the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you very much. You've got the second. Any questions? Not hearing any. All in favor, please say aye. You said the same, right? Very good. Motion carries. Okay. Well, we are moving into the finality of CZMP 2020.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
it's Bob Schweitzer.
Yes, sir.
I think this might be the right place to bring this up. If not, well, I apologize, but,
Well, Mr. Schweitzer, let's do this. Is it okay? Well, is this about the final
Yes.
vote? Okay,
it's about the final vote on issue 711.
go right ahead.
Okay, in accordance with the complaint, the ethics letter, and what we just heard from Kelly Madigan, I choose at this point to recall my motion and recuse myself from any further vote on the issue of 711.
Very good. I don't believe, maybe I've got to go back. So could you pull up the vote on 711 and help me, and someone help me with the recollection of who actually made the motion? Did you make the motion, Mr. Schweitzer?
To the best of my knowledge, yes, I did.
Okay, I don't have those notes in front of me.
And Chairman, I have a question.
Yes.
I have the motion, but it says, be it moved on the 2016. Shouldn't it be?
2020.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, thank you. Just wanted to clarify.
All right. So, Mr. Schweitzer, thank you for bringing that to our attention.
Welcome.
And yes, so let's go back to issue 7-011. Mr. Schweitzer is recusing himself, and if he is going to recuse himself from that matter, we need to take another vote. The recommendation on that matter, and I can't see it, you can take the screen back down. The requested zoning of R2. Is there anyone?
I'll make the motion.
Yes, go right ahead.
I'll second Hartman.
The motion is to downzone from DR 3.5, I believe, to DR 2.
Correct.
I'm making that motion, so.
Thank you very much, Mr. Warren, and that was Mr.
Hartman.
Hartman. 1 second. Let's go through and we'll do a roll call vote on that. Mr. Schweitzer recuses himself.
Abstain.
Ms. Abstains, yep. Ms. Pinero,
Yay.
Mr. Hartman,
Aye.
Mr. Halupka, Ms. Hafford,
Yay.
Ms. Berzins, Ms. Wilson,
Yay.
Mr. McGinnis, Mr. Heckman,
Aye.
Mr. Heine, Mr. Herbst,
Aye.
Mr. Perlow,
Aye.
Mr. Warren,
Aye.
and Mr. Bear absent. Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Schweitzer, for making us aware of that. All right. Now I will entertain a motion to adopt the planning board's final recommendations for the 2020 comprehensive map process to be transmitted to the county council.
Right. The date that I have on here is May 4th. Is that the correct date?
No, as of May 21st.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, be it moved that the May 24th, 2020 Planning Board Lodge of Issues reflects that 2020 CZMP committee be approved to constitute final recommendations by the planning board to the county council regarding the comprehensive zoning map process issues for 2020.
Thank you. You've heard the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Wolfson. Thank you. Are there any questions, any comments? If not, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed have the same right. CZMP 20 recommendations are going forward to the county council on a unanimous vote. Thank you all very, very, very much. All right, the 2020 CZM process will now proceed with the transmitting of the planning board's recommendations to the county council for further review. The council will hold an online virtual meeting for each council district during the month of June, in which citizens will be able to provide comments. Additional information on these meetings will be provided on the county council's website. The county council will then review the issue. The county council will then review the issues and conduct a final vote for the 2020 CZMP as a virtual meeting scheduled for August the 25th. Moving to other business. This evening, we have a report from the Camaro on the March 12th and March 14th meeting of the Landmark Preservation Commission.
I am pulling it up right now. Give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. At the March 12th, 2020 meeting of the Landmark Preservation Commission, the LPC voted to issue 3 certificates of appropriateness to the following properties. The Young property located at 5119 South Rolling Road. A Non property located at 331 West Seminary Avenue. Randallstown Community Bank Center located at 9000 Liberty Road. At the May 14th, 2020 meeting of the Landmark Preservation Commission, the LPC voted to issue 9 certificates of appropriateness and 1 notice to proceed to the following properties. Lovelace property located at 5008 Tulip Avenue in Relay. Lemmerman property located at 1731 Arlington Avenue in Relay. Minor property located at 724 Howard Road, Sudbrook Park. Schaefer property located at 716 Howard Road, Sudbrook Park. I'm going to say this wrong. Gain property located at 1024 Windsor Road, Sudbrook property. Planters Paradise and Setting Honing property located at 2316 Baunerschmidt Drive in the Essex vicinity. Heimelfarb property located at 4626 Butler Road in Glendon. DeLuca property located at 212 West Seminary Avenue in Lutherville. Johnson property located at 600 Sudbrook Road, Sudbrook Park. Husen property located at 309 Morris Avenue in Lutherville.
Very good, thank you. Now, we will into the home stretch. Mr. Gruberger, recent county council legislation is introduced to the board.
Hi, Mr. Chair. Yes. Yep. First is Bill 11-20 for the purpose of requiring a minimum enclosure height for a semi-public swimming pool and defining the term semi-public swimming pool, providing for its applicability, providing for required signature at a semi-public swimming pool, and generally relating to swimming pools. Bill 12-20, zoning regulations, uses permitted in residential, office, and office zones for the purpose of permitting certain office service use in the RO, OR1, and OR2 zones, and generally relating to uses in the RO, OR1, and OR2 zones. Bill 13-20, the 2019-2020 capital budget, stormwater remediation program restoration for the purpose of amending the 2019-2020 capital budget by appropriating to the capital budget monies derived from private funds and made available to the county through Chimera Water Solutions, Inc. Bill 16-20, CEB General Fund, Department of Planning, for the purpose of amending the 2019-2020 current expense budget by appropriating to the general fund monies derived from unreserved, undesignated general fund surplus as of June 30th, 2019. Bill 28-20, CEB Maryland Opioid Rapid Response, for the purpose of amending the 2019-2020 current expense budget by appropriating to the Gifts and Grants Special Revenue Fund monies derived from federal funds and made available to the county through the Maryland Department of Health. Bill 30-20, 2020 Basic Services Maps, for the purpose of repealing the Basic Services Sewerage Map, Water Supply Map, and Transportation Map, and adopting a new Basic Services Sewerage Map, Water Supply, and Transportation Map. Resolution 31-20, support for the Main Street Maryland designation by the MDHCD for Towson. A resolution supporting the request for the Main Street Maryland designation by the Department of Housing and Community Development of Maryland and the local program administration of the Main Street Maryland program in Towson. Resolution 35-20 to endorse the application of the Patapsco Heritage Greenway, Inc. for the Maryland Heritage Area Authority with the Patapsco Valley Heritage Area boundaries. A resolution endorsing an application by the Heritage Greenway, Inc. to the Maryland Heritage Area Authority for approval of amendments to the Patapsco Valley Heritage Area boundaries. Resolution 41-20, the Baltimore County Water Supply and Sewerage Plan, Amendment Cycle 37, is a resolution to amend the Baltimore County Water Supply and Sewerage Plan. And Resolution 42-20, amending the Perry Hall Commercial Revitalization District, a resolution for the purpose of amending the boundary of the Perry Hall CRD.
Thank you, Miles Newberg. Are there any further questions or any other actions of the board? And is there anything that anyone wanted to say? As we wrap up.
Mr. Chairman, this is Jeff Mayhew. I just wanted to tell the board members, thank you for your participation in the CZMP process. I know it's been a little bit unusual in this cycle, but I think everyone was accommodating, and there was a fair amount of discussion that will make the recommendations before council, we set the tone for them in terms of how to outreach to the public and how to engage the community in this situation. I want to thank you for all of your help in making us be able to do that.
Thank you, Jeff. And thank you to the staff. And once again, go ahead.
I just want to echo, this is Pete. I just want to echo Jeff's. He beat me to the punch and hit the unmute button. But I just wanted to thank everybody for all their hard work. And yeah, this was a yeoman's effort to get this together and change mid-game. So thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you. Look, everyone, please stay safe. And we think Jeff and Pete, we may have a little bit of a break here. We'll have to jump back in. If that is the case, I would ask everyone to just stay safe and enjoy your time away from us as we take a break. We'll see each other physically soon. All right? Good night, and the meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.